Hi, y'all. My name is Bill Paul, and I'm with Quantum Metric. And this week I'm covering a couple of topics. Wanted to share with you a little bit of words from the Digi Street or the Inner Street, or however you want to define the Web Street that we've heard recently. Um, and the themes that have stuck out in the last couple of weeks from some of the meetings we've had are one, uh, the shift has focused for digital leaders and e-commerce leaders from conversion optimization and strictly improving conversion rate to improving customer experience. So we'll talk about how that shift has happened, how that's different. Second is the most innovative brands are taking an elephant approach to improving customer experience. For these insights, for reference, some of the companies we've met with, a couple of Fortune 500 retailers, a very large home building and real estate company, as well as a handful of the top digital agencies in the world. And wanted to start off that first theme talking about what it means to shift from conversion rate to user experience. And just so everyone knows, the purpose of this video is just to be brief, informative, get to the point, and hopefully give you a little bit of knowledge of how things are shifting in the digital world. So Jeff Gothelf, the author of Lean UX, defines conversion optimization as finding the right mix of value proposition, call to action, and price point to convince a consumer to take a deeper level of engagement with your product or service. Now, I'm traditionally an account executive. That seems very wordy and complex, but I like it. How I would break that down is conversion optimization is taking the right approach, building the right experience that leads to more sales. So when we talk about a deeper level of engagement, that means customers are buying your products and you're building the experience that gets them to buy. And so how that's different from focusing on just plain conversion rate, a number of years ago when I was working for an e-commerce platform provider, what we were seeing is the rise of mobile commerce. And we were seeing the rapid rise of mobile commerce where mobile commerce account for 10% or less of sales online and was growing to 50% of e-commerce sales. So during that time, there was a tremendous amount of just low-hanging fruit. You could just say, I want to increase my conversion rate, and you could say, well, great, people are buying mobile phones and they're purchasing our products through mobile phones. Is my site optimized? If it wasn't, we were finding that brands would immediately see a rise, an uptick of conversion rate for mobile devices of 50% or greater by just making that one shift. That's just not how it is anymore. And so when we look at conversion rate, we just didn't have the short-term great opportunities, or we don't have those anymore. I'd argue that there's going to be a new wave of that, and it has to do with greater visibility. But there was just this focus, if I can improve conversion rate, I'll be able to make more sales, obviously. So let's just focus on the conversion rate at a high level. And I think that's where the biggest shift difference is now we have to look at a much deeper level, which actually takes me to the next point or theme of this video, which is innovative brands are taking an elephant approach to improving the customer experience. And what we mean by that, or what I mean by that, is everyone out there's probably heard the story of, or been asked the question, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer, one bite at a time. That's the same approach that innovators are now taking to improve this customer experience, as opposed to the past where you would just do a massive overhaul of the website, change everything, and try to take it down in one big gulp. And so to do that, innovators and marketing leaders who are running digital experiences, they have to break down the approach they're going to take to even tackling the user experience. And that involves user experience, involves analytics, involves copywriting, as well as testing. So evaluating what is going wrong, how the user is experiencing it today, pushing out new, smaller changes to the website, and testing that those changes are working and you're moving the needle in the right direction. So of that, on that theme, one of the interesting quotes I've read recently from a McKinsey report was they found that marketers that they defined as integrators, so these are marketers that take data, combine it with creativity to produce their results, are on average growing revenue twice as fast as the average S&P 500 company. So they're growing their revenue at 10% versus 5% per year. So pretty big uptick. So going back to that theme, how are we going to eat that elephant? It's not just about breaking it into the smaller pieces that we talked about. It's about strategically looking at the data you have at your fingertips to say, where do we start? And where's the next point to go? So those are some of the themes we've heard. How some of those themes have manifested, we talked about working with a large global retailer, and the way they're looking at growing their revenue, which they're trying to grow revenue in the billions over the next couple of years. They're not thinking about how to completely manage and overhaul. They've assigned very specific teams to manage each component of their website, from the checkout to the experience on all the different product pages, the experience on all the category pages, and they're breaking down these teams to do testing on all the different platforms that clients are engaging with them on. So tablet, smartphone, the versions of smartphones, as well as desktop and laptop, of course. So that's what I mean by a really good example of taking the elephant approach. Break it down into its components, use the resources you have, combine tools to be smart about the way you're improving your client experience today. So every great video, or I guess every decent video, I wouldn't define this as great, is supposed to have a call to action. This is one of my first videos, so I've had to write down these calls to action, but they're really simple. First, please like, share, comment on this video. The purpose of these videos is to get better, be informative, make them short and sweet. I hope this helps some people. Please comment, let me know what I can do better, as well as share it if you feel that's valuable to people within your network. And then second, connect with me. Looking to build relationships, get better at my craft, help people, and looking forward to interacting with those of you who've watched the video as well as just others that are thinking along the same lines, trying to improve the digital user experience. Well, team, and those out there, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and looking forward to connecting with you all in the future.